Hello and welcome. My name is Kyle for the win, and welcome to my tier video for Call of Duty. A lot of people did videos on this quite a while ago, about 1 or 2 weeks ago, and I was really late to it. And the reason for that is I just didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. I wanted to kind of wait a little bit, but then I thought, you know what, it'd be super fun to make a video talking about all of the Call of Duty games, where I place them, everything of that nature. Now I'm doing it a little bit differently, and not actually just recording on my PC, because I actually don't know how to record on my PC. If you guys can put any tips down below in the description, or in the comment section, sorry, that I would really appreciate it. There's a few videos that I've wanted to do on PC that I just haven't been able to do. But anyway, guys, hopefully enjoy the Black Ops 4 gameplays in the background. I feel like they're pretty good, so if you guys do go to enjoy that, that's great. But anyway, this may be kind of a long video, but we're going to be placing and talking about every single Call of Duty game, and I will be putting everything on the screen right now for you guys. So here is my full tier list. Now, there are a few interesting type picks that I have up here on the list, and some controversial ones, but that is what this is all about. Now, quick disclaimer, this is my opinion. If you guys have a different opinion, I completely respect it. Put your own tier list down below in the description, but again, this is my opinion. This is how I view Call of Duty games, and you know, it's just my opinion. So I mean, there's no need to, no need to be rude or anything like that. It's just my opinion. It's how I see the Call of Duty games, and don't get offended by some of my picks here. But anyways, let's go ahead and start with the trash, and we're going to move all the way up to the best tier. So the picture's on the screen right now, of course. But starting off here with the trash tier, I have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, this Call of Duty game, it's kind of difficult for me to put any Call of Duty game in the trash category, because I have played every Call of Duty game. I've mostly enjoyed Call of Duty games, but the one Call of Duty game that I did not enjoy at all, I mean, I never even got close to enjoying it, was Advanced Warfare. Now, Advanced Warfare was the second Call of Duty game I ever bought on launch day, and I was really looking forward to it, and I did really enjoy it for the first day. For the first day it came out, I had a lot of fun playing the game. And then about 5 or 6 months into the game, I actually quit and moved on to other Call of Duty games, and I barely played Advanced Warfare for a lot of time. I played Black Ops 2 throughout Advanced Warfare, and basically didn't even touch Advanced Warfare until, well, ever after July of that year. But I do have a legitimate opinion and reason for it being trash, and I have played the game a lot. I actually finished 12th Prestige, no Master Prestige, but I got all the way to 12th Prestige before I quit, and the big reason I quit this game is skill-based matchmaking, poor weapon balance, and that's it. Poor weapon balance and skill-based matchmaking. This by far was the most annoying, frustrating Call of Duty game I've ever played in my life. As you guys know, my top 4 things that I need in every Call of Duty game are good maps, good streaks, good weapon balance, and I can't forget the last one. Anyways, and 2 of those are automatically out of the question. Bad weapon balance. It was awful. If you guys remember and played Advanced Warfare during its release, really bad. Really bad. BAL 27 ASM 1, just terrible. Terrible. Had no fun playing this game, and that is why it is in my trash category, because I had fun with it for one day. The advanced movement was way too much, and yep, that's why it's in the trash category. Now, jumping up to my C tier games, this is not horrible, not average, just bad. Call of Duty Ghosts is in that list for the simple reason: too big of maps. The colors sucked, which means it was really hard to see people, really hard to decipher if it was an enemy or if it was a tree stump. Poor gameplay in the base version of the game. It had a great campaign. It had a great extinction mode. The DLC was absolutely fantastic. But one disclaimer about this tier list: I am not talking about the DLC systems. I'm talking about just the sole gameplay and the fun aspects of the game. So we're not going to be talking about the DLC, especially the controversial DLC games like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4. We're just going to be talking about the sheer gameplay and how much fun I had with the game. So Call of Duty Ghosts, it was of course the first game that I bought on release day, so it has nostalgia for me, but it has a lot of issues that I dislike. I mean, poor streaks. The weapon balance was great, but again, with the big maps, the washed down colors just made the game not fun. The camping made it also really not fun. And I mean, it's not the worst game, of course, because Advanced Warfare is in that worst category, but it's not average. It's just a bad Call of Duty game that I don't enjoy whatsoever. But I did have a good amount of fun with it. It's just not as good as the other games on the list. Now jumping in here with my B tier, we only have one game in my B tier. Again, we have Modern Warfare 3. And again, this is kind of a controversial one for some people, because a lot of people say that Modern Warfare 3 is their favorite Call of Duty game of all time. And here is why Modern Warfare 3, to me, is just an average Call of Duty game. Assassin Pro. End of story. That's it. That's why Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is an average Call of Duty game. Modern Warfare 3, they put Assassin Pro in, which was just what everybody hated from Black Ops 1, which was Ghost. And they put it in the game so that you could not be seen on the radar if you were not moving. And it makes the game campy, it makes the game slow, it makes the game not fun, because I don't like getting shot in the back by corner campers or not having any idea where enemies are. Don't mind Ghost, I hate Assassin and Ghost from Black Ops 1. So Assassin just completely ruined Modern Warfare 3 for me. I didn't play Modern Warfare 3 during the release, maybe that's why. But there's a lot of people's complaints about Modern Warfare 3. But this is just from me playing the game, not anything that happened in the past. So I don't enjoy Modern Warfare 3 as much as a lot of other people. The weapon balance was good. The proficiencies weren't that great. Specialist was amazing. It was a really recycled game, and I mean, I just did not enjoy Modern Warfare 3. It's an average game. It's not worse than Ghost or Advanced Warfare. It's just kind of average. It's not anything spectacular. As I said, Assassin completely ruined the game for me, and that is why Modern Warfare 3 is just an average game. Now jumping into the A, S, and S and amazing tier. The first game I have in the A tier is Black Ops 4. Now, this one is another controversial pick due to the DLC system and the fact that everybody does not like the game due to that fact, which I think is ridiculous. Black Ops 4 is a solid multiplayer Call of Duty game. End of story. I love the weapon balance. It's great. The colors are amazing. The maps are great, excluding probably Gridlock and maybe some DLC maps. But other than that, the game is fun. The streaks are great. The weapon balance is good. And yeah, I love it. The reason that it's at the bottom of A tier is because of the specialists are a little bit too overpowered, and the time to kill is way, way, way too high. I don't like high time to kills, which you will come to see when I get to the higher tiers. So that is why Black Ops 4 is at the bottom of A tier. Everything about the game is good, except for, and this is not talking about the DLC system, again, as I said, I'm not talking about the DLC system, I'm just talking about the sole fun aspect of the game, and not talking about any of the DLC systems, because that's super controversial, and that doesn't have to do with my tier list, because I don't rate games based on DLC, because as I said, that's ridiculous. But everything about Black Ops 4 is good, except for the high time to kill and the really annoying specialists. If the specialists were nerfed down, it might even beat World War II. But unfortunately, because of that fact, it does not. Now jumping into my next game in the A tier, which is Call of Duty World War II. Call of Duty World War II had a very, very rough launch. And if you guys have watched my channel since then, you will know that I actually quit World War II right after the Resistance DLC came out. I was done with the game. I said, screw this. I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm moving over to Fortnite. I'm moving over to other Call of Duty games. And I hated it. But April 16th came around. April 16th, 2018. And the game completely turned around. Absolutely, completely turned around. I enjoyed the game a lot. Had so much fun with it. The DLC became amazing. All of the DLC weapons were free, which was amazing. Just the game in general was great. I really enjoyed it towards the end of its life cycle. The Division overhaul was the best thing that happened to the game. The streaks could definitely have used a little bit of a buff. Other than that, great game. Absolutely loved it. I actually even got to Master Prestige on that game, which is the first non-Treyarch title I've gotten to Master Prestige on. So that obviously means that it was a really good game. Really fun. Really enjoyed World War II towards the end of the year. Everything was great. The weapon balance was a little iffy, but again, it was manageable because of the fact that the game at its core was good, and I really enjoyed World War II. Now, again, another very controversial pick. These next two are very controversial. I have Call of Duty in the A tier, and here's why. I didn't play Call of Duty 4 in 2007. I played Call of Duty 4 in 2013, 2004, maybe even 2015, and I played Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, I don't have the nostalgia, I don't have the enjoyment of being able to have Call of Duty 4 in the list of games that I played really early on. So therefore, I have to put Call of Duty 4 in the A tier, and that's just because I haven't played it enough. I know it's a good game because I enjoy Modern Warfare Remastered, but I mean, just Call of Duty 4 at its core, I didn't play it enough to be able to place it really high. I also didn't play it in 2007 when it came out, so I know how great Call of Duty 4 is from a historical aspect, and the fact that it was one of the most innovative games ever at that time in 2007, but I didn't play it when it was out, so that's why it's at A tier. A lot of enjoyable moments, but a huge flaws. I mean, stopping power is a big flaw. Overpowered M16 is a big flaw, but I mean, overall the game is good. It's just I didn't play it enough to rate it really high, and I don't have nostalgia as a factor to why I ranked it to ranking it higher. But there we go, Call of Duty 4, top of the A tier, because it's still a solid game. It's just not as good as the other games ahead of it. Now for definitely the most controversial pick of the video, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, bottom of the S tier, and here's why. Once again, Infinite Warfare, great Call of Duty game. I love it. It's so good. Here again, the fact of the matter is the game is really good because great hit detection, one of the best hit detections ever in Call of Duty. There was times where I would play Infinite Warfare and I would not miss a bullet. I'm not even kidding. I would hit enemies and I would not miss a bullet, and I would drop them super fast. If you guys remember from towards the end of Black Ops 3, I played the crap out of Infinite Warfare, and I got some of my best gameplay commentaries ever in Infinite Warfare. So I love the game. It's so much fun. I love the hit detection. The rigs are really good, really fun. All the weapon variants are not game-breaking. They're pretty balanced. They're fun. The salvage system was great. All of the aspects of Infinite Warfare was really fun. Zombies was pretty good. I did not play enough zombies to form a great opinion on it, but I did like the aspect of zombies and Infinite Warfare. Great Call of Duty game, and that is why it is in the bottom of the S tier. Just because of the sheer fact that the streaks were amazing and the hit detection was great and the weapon balance was really good. Those three factors, bam, automatically move that Call of Duty game way higher than the previous Call of Duty games. Next, for my other S tier game, we have Black Ops 3. Again, not talking about the DLC system, just talking about the sheer game. Black Ops 3, amazing Call of Duty game. Probably, honestly, the last peak of the Call of Duty community when it comes to zombies and multiplayer. The campaign was garbage, hated it, it was so confusing, did not apply to Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2, which is why I despise it. But the multiplayer and the zombies, arguably the best zombies experience ever, from Der Eisendrache to Zetsubou no Shima to Zombie Chronicles. Just the zombies experience in Black Ops 3 was by far the best ever. And when I talk about Black Ops 3, I definitely talk about zombies because that has the most nostalgia for me with Black Ops 3. But the multiplayer was also fantastic. Dark Matter camo was first introduced. The streaks were really good. The weapon balance was fantastic. That's why Black Ops 3 is so high. Love the zombies, love the multiplayer. Both of those things together made the game fantastic for me, and that is why it is in the S tier. Now for the game that's on top of the S tier, I have Call of Duty World at War. A lot of you guys would probably skip or probably move COD 4 to World at War spot, but the reason I have World at War in the S tier is because it was the first World War II game. It was a lot of fun. The campaign was fantastic. Multiplayer was pretty good. Again, I don't have nostalgia for this game because I didn't play it in 2008 when it was out. But nonetheless, I have played all of the campaign. I've played quite a bit of the multiplayer. I've played some of the zombies, but I mean, World at War is just a classic. Campaign was one of the best campaigns ever. Multiplayer was pretty good. It was not very balanced, but that's, I think, what made it so fun for me, was just running around with the MP40 with extended mags, just with stopping power, just destroying people, as well as running around with the Type 100 destroying people. It's just a fun Call of Duty game, really simple. Love the dogs. The dog streak is fantastic, and World at War is up there. Zombies was, it was okay. Looking back at it now, Zombies was not as good as it is now back then, but for the Zombies at that time back then, it was really, really good. Now jumping to the best Call of Duty games, I have 3 games up here, and I mean here, this is probably the most stereotypical S tier or best games ever, but that's because they are the best games. Let's start with Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, one of the best Call of Duty games ever. It's on the bottom of the S tier. That does not mean it's bad. It is one of the best Call of Duty games ever. Absolutely love Black Ops 2 so much. It has a lot of nostalgia for me. It has a great campaign with multiple endings. Which is just great. Call of Duty has not done multiple endings in a long time. I love getting the perfect ending in Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 has a ton of nostalgia for me because that was the first game that I really got into the Call of Duty community. The multiplayer was absolutely amazing. Fantastic score streaks, great weapon balance, diamond camo was fantastic. I mean, the maps were just great, of course. I mean, Raid, Hijacked, Slums, just amazing. What a game Black Ops 2 is. The Zombies was also amazing. Transit was not very good at all, but Transit is still fun. I actually still have really fun memories of Transit. Town, Farm, Buried, Origins, just a great all-together game. No wonder it is still the most, what arguably some people say is the best Call of Duty game ever. Hands down. I mean, Black Ops 2 is a legendary game, and it will always be on top of my list for me. I don't think any game will ever beat Black Ops 2. It's just a great game. Absolutely love it, and that's why it is in the top tier. Next, we have the second to last game of the video, and that is Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 is ahead of Black Ops 2 because I love Black Ops 1 more. I mean, I didn't play Black Ops 1 during its life cycle. I played it afterwards, but I still have about 3 or 4 days in Black Ops 1. So I know the game, and I know how fun it is and how good of the game it is. I mean, the AK-47 is my baby. It's one of my favorite guns of all time in Call of Duty. I mean, it's kind of weird that I didn't play the game in 2010, but the AK-47 in Black Ops 1 is still my favorite Call of Duty gun ever. The streaks were fantastic. We had the first really good maps ever in Call of Duty. Firing range, Hanoi. I mean, just a lot of great maps in Black Ops 1. Of course, who can forget about the... Why can't I remember the name of that map? The snow map. Why can't I think of the name? Summit. There we go. It had Summit. I mean, just great maps. Weapon balance was arguable. Still really good, though. I mean, you could use really any assault rifle and do well with it. The only downside about Black Ops 1 for me, personally, was Ghost, of course. Just super annoying perk, but everything else was super fun. The campaign was just one of the best campaigns ever. And Zombies mode was really good. I love Ascension. I love Moon. Keynote or Toten, it was amazing. All around, Black Ops 1 is a fantastic game and is definitely deserving to be in the S tier because of the fact that I played it after its release, so I have a really formed opinion on the game that I just really like about Black Ops 1. Just fantastic game in general. Now jumping into the final game of the video, and of course, why would I put anything else on the top of the Call of Duty tier list except for Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 is by far the best Call of Duty game ever because I have nostalgia for it. Modern Warfare 2 was the first Call of Duty game I ever bought, and I fell in love with it instantly. I mean, I remember sitting in my basement in the summer of 2011, just enjoying the crap out of the game, just such a good game. Absolutely love Modern Warfare 2. I think the thing I like about most was, of course, the streaks were just the best streaks we've ever had. The maps were fantastic, but I think the thing that I like most is that every single weapon was super overpowered, and I love that aspect. It's so fun to feel like a ginormous badass running around with the just crazy good weapons, melting everybody super fast. Love Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. It's so fun. The only downside that, you know, in the future may move it down a tier is just the fact of the broken noob tubes and danger close. That is the only thing that's terrible in that game that I just absolutely despise. I actually played the game pretty recently and I didn't have any fun on it, but because of nostalgia, I love Modern Warfare 2. And we can't forget about the best campaign in Call of Duty history. I mean, pardon me, Modern Warfare 2 had the best Pardon me again, jeez, I apologize. Modern Warfare 2 had the best campaign by far. Absolutely love it. Played it multiple times. Can't ever forget the campaign mission Cliffhanger. One of the best missions ever in Call of Duty history. And Modern Warfare 2 is a legendary masterpiece. And I hope Modern Warfare 4 replicates some of the same things from Modern Warfare 2. Especially if they bring a lot of the same things. Just get rid of the noob tubes. Man. Modern Warfare 4 would be an absolute classic. But Modern Warfare 2, top of that tier list, best Call of Duty game ever. And that is my full tier list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I've probably been talking for quite a while here. Yep, been talking for quite a while. Of course, I always tend to talk a lot here when I'm talking about Call of Duty games just because it's so fun to talk about and discuss and go down memory lane with you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay in the background. As I said, I think they were pretty good. I went in the 2 games that you guys saw. Maybe you've seen 3 by now, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys agreed with some of my picks. If you guys disagreed with any of my picks, put your own tier list down below in the comments. I'd be really interested to see what you guys see as the best Call of Duty games ever. But this is my standing tier list. Things could change over the next few years, but yeah, that is my standard tier list for right now. Now, I also have a zombies tier list ready to go that I'll probably make edits to, but if you guys want to see a zombies tier list as well, I'm happy to do that. I really enjoyed making the tier list, so I would really enjoy making a video discussing my zombies map picks. But anyway, guys, if you like guys, enjoy, subscribe here, and you can check out all of my other Black Ops 4 videos down below in the description and at the end of the video. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys on the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video very soon.